Νωρίτερα, κυρίες και κύριοι, συνομιλήσαμε με τον επικεφαλής του Παγκόσμιου Οργανισμού για την Υγεία, για την Ευρώπη, Hans Kluge, και για την πανδημία αλλά και για τον πόλεμο στην Ουκρανία. Ας ακούσουμε τι μας είπε. Dr. Hans Kluge, thank you for joining us from the Greek office of WHO in Athens.
My pleasure.
So, regarding the COVID pandemic, we have seen an increase of the new weekly global cases by 8%. What should we expect in the near future? Maybe a new wave? And I'm asking because most of us are acting as the pandemic is over.
Well, indeed, in 18 out of 53 countries in the broader European region, we see an increase. However, there is an important difference here. In the countries with a high vaccination rate, we see that hospitalizations and mortality are not increasing. It is rather in the countries with a lower vaccination rate. So the reasons are, number one, in a number of countries, that the BA2 variant is overtaking from the Omicron BA1, and also because many countries are lifting brutally the restrictions, so the country should relax in a much softer and gradual way.
So, should we expect a new variant, Dr. Kluge?
Well, a new variant will definitely be there, but it does not mean that it has to disrupt our lives if we are doing the right thing. All countries should do four things. Number one, to protect the vulnerable, particularly the elderly people, the people with underlying conditions, because they are the ones prone to pass away. Number two, countries to strengthen their surveillance systems so that every country very quickly can pick up any variant and control it. Number three is for countries to be ready to reintroduce public health measures if needed. And fourth is increase access to the new antivirals, because the best way to combat an infectious disease is a combination of a vaccine to prevent and treatment to cure.
Yes, but do you agree with the governments ending all COVID restrictions, Dr. Kluge?
It depends on the epidemiological situation, but we always have been telling we are optimists that we will have a more quiet summer, but not if the countries go from everything to nothing. Countries should very gradually open up. So to relax 100% in a situation where there can be another wave is not the best strategy. It should go gradually.
So, Dr. Kluge, today WHO Europe is launching a new pan-European program to improve the quality of mental health services for children in 53 countries. The mental health of children has been under a severe strain because of COVID, but it isn't only limited to COVID, as we are seeing now with the war in Ukraine. How will WHO support children?
This morning was a historical moment for the European region, with Prime Minister Mitsotakis, Minister of Health Plevris, and other colleagues from the government. We opened a new pan-European program on mental health for the children, linked to the quality of care. Before the pandemic, suicide was number 4 leading cause in people between 10 and 19 years. After the pandemic, it became the first or the second leading cause